Hello and good afternoon, everyone. I'm day weather meteorologist Don Watzel with a look at your afternoon video update for Thursday, November 18th. Here's what we're looking at. High wind gusts are going to be returning to the wind prone sections of I 80 and I 25 later on tonight and continuing through much of the day on Friday. Adjacent plains in the central and southeast will also see some stronger gusts, but thankfully not looking at any widespread high wind impacts like we saw earlier this week. Meanwhile, mountain snow will intensify in the western areas, most notably tomorrow, but some of those scattered snow showers will be developing in the overnight tonight as we get a trough and cold front to enter from the northwest. Temperatures in central and eastern areas will be trending a little warmer still as we head into Friday. Then, as our flow shifts northwesterly for the weekend, temperatures will turn a little bit cooler, but no widespread cold spells on the horizon. Well, here's what we're looking at high in the atmosphere. This is at 500 millibars as of 5 o'clock this afternoon. As you can see, we have a nice broad zonal to slightly amplified ridge pattern over the western United States with a little bit of a trough from the Great Lakes extending south through Tennessee and Alabama. Here at home, we're underneath a blanket of some fairly nice Pacific winds that are bringing in some slightly warmer temperatures. We woke up pretty cold this morning with that cold air mass resting overhead, but with it being so dry as the sun worked its magic, those temperatures had really no trouble warming up once we were able to heat the ground and kind of get things mixed as we progressed through the day. Here's what we're looking at into tonight in the wind prone areas of Interstate 80 and I 25. We're going to see those wind gusts continue to pick up in the evening hours and should really kick in with gusts around 55 to 65 miles an hour after about 9 o'clock or so. We are certainly keeping our eye on I 80 Arlington Elk Mountain, I 25 Bordeaux between Chugwater and Wheatland. But as we head into the early morning hours, probably going to have to add the summit along Interstate 80 to that mix, where gusts could top near 60 miles an hour. South Pass has also been teasing us today with a couple brief periods of gusts at or above 60. This has caused some inconveniences for those traveling in light and high profile vehicles, but for the most part, they've quickly decreased back in the 40s range, but may pick up again more steadily overnight as we get a pressure difference to develop and intensify over central Wyoming. Again, central and southeastern plains areas adjacent to the wind prone spots will start to see some gusts 40 to 50 and should be more sustained heading into Friday. The rest of the state looking cool and dry, mainly just typical breezy winds. Again, here in the western mountains and valleys, we've got those snow showers developing overnight. Going to stay light initially, but some of the higher elevation roadways could get a head start with a quick inch or two, maybe up to 3 inches by daybreak tomorrow. Then for Friday, that moderate snow kicks in over the mountains and valleys through late evening. Total snowfall amounts as far as accumulations go might be looking at 5 to 10 inches over some of the mountains, 2 to 5 inches elsewhere, and this 2 to 5 will impact portions of Teton Pass west of Jackson, possibly Togany Pass as well, in addition to some of the higher elevation roadways. Back to the wind prone spots, so strong wind gusts at or above 60 miles an hour expected to continue along wind prone sections of I 80 and I 25. And of course, this causes impacts to light and high profile vehicles. We did have some blowovers earlier this week, so if travelers are not careful, could see that hazard return as we end the work week. 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts are expected to continue till about 3 or 4 o'clock, then decrease, although portions of the northern Laramie Range could see some of those stronger gusts linger into Friday night and early Saturday. As for precip going on in the rest of the state, a lot of this shaded light blue area will occur more towards evening and the overnight, and amounts are going to stay pretty light. Nevertheless, could cause some wet impacts along sections of Interstate 90 and also along and just south of Interstate 80. As far as travel impacts go, here's what we're looking at. Of course, our most noted concern is those heavy gusts and crosswinds along I 80 and 25, 60 plus miles an hour through late afternoon. And it may not be quite as profound around South Pass, but we are going to include that section in that alert as well. Slick mountain passes expected over the higher roads and elevations in western Wyoming through early Saturday, with either no weather related impacts or just minor wet to slick spots possible over the rest of the plains from overnight rain and snow showers. Thanks for listening and watching, everyone. Tomorrow we'll take a look at what the weekend has in store and try to get a sneak peek at the start of the Thanksgiving week ahead. Thanks for listening and watching once again. Have yourself a great night.